Hey friends, 8 Ball here, back with another Hiveswap Friendism video. Today we are going to be finishing up Volume 8 with Tyzias's both her bad endings and possibly her second good ending. Because with Chixie, she had two good endings and two bad endings, so I'm going to see what's up with that on Tyzias's route. Um, so yeah, here we go. Just up ahead, you see a troll leave her hive, muttering to herself. She's holding an unstable mountain of papers and books with one arm, using her free arm to hold a mug steady. She isn't paying attention to you, which is fine. You don't get it twisted, you'd love to make another friend. You just understand that it's a weird flighty thing. Some trolls you mess with, and some you don't. You mesh with, not mess. Mesh with. You smile at her just in case, but when she walks right by you without stopping, you shrug. This planet is chock full of friendable weirdos. You'll live. You only take a few more steps before the sound of her absolutely eating shit on the sidewalk makes you turn. It happens fast. It happens fast enough so you only really see the aftermath of upended books and papers raining down an impressively wide circle around her. Ah, globes. Damn ass rock. She sits up, but that's as far as she bothers to get. After taking a sip from her mug, which somehow has stayed level in her grip during the fall, she sighs and gets to work gathering it all back up in her free hand. Yeah, this checks out as a thing that would happen to me. It's not like I have anything else to be doing. You've seen a teen movie or two in your day. You know this trope. The cool kid helps the unpopular nerd after they fall like a chump and embarrass themselves. Then slowly the pair establishes trust. By the time the credits roll, they've gone and fallen in love. Not that you necessarily want to fall in love, or that you're in any or that you're under the delusion that you are in any way cooler than her, but still, it's tried and true, and also like a pretty standard decent person thing to do. So, like the decent person you hope to be, you skedaddle on over. You stop short just in front of her wide-flung ring of items. You want to make sure she's not going to yell at you or murder you or anything before you interfere. What? JK, I busted ass. I know it's a scene. Well, what are you waiting for? Be a good bystander and stop standing by. She gestures kind of all around her, and that's confirmation enough. You bend to pick up a heavy-looking book, and there it is, emblazoned right on the cover. A gavel. A humongo fucker of judgment implement, too, with spines all over all about the handle. Dread creeps up your spine. You slowly slide your gaze from the book's cover to its owner. She doesn't have any ostentatiously blood-color-themed clothes on, though, wow, she is sporting socks and sandals. Maybe you are cooler than her, after all. But the very prominent eye bags are tinged teal. Ah, globes. A lawyer. It's not that you don't appreciate your one lawyer friend for who he is, it's just you aren't sure you have it in you to sneak your way into the heart of another. You just kind of got lucky last time. The scales of judgment in your heart are start awaying your chances. So last time when we pick up more papers, that was a good ending. So I'm gonna save here, just in case. Yes, and stand there, paralyzed by choice. You kind of can't look away from that gavel. Those spines could really stab a person's skull right open, huh? Wow. Thanks for all the standing around and staring assistance. It's really helping a lot. Definitely can't just do that on my own. You're still stuck on the image. She stands up, grumbling, and snatches the book out of your grasp. She turns, waving a dismissive hand at you. Never mind. Now you're just in my way. She doesn't tell you to leave, but she stops acknowledging you, which you figure is pretty much the same thing. You were iffy about this one from the start, but damn, it turns out rejection still stings. Game over, and that's what the gavel looks like. That looks terrifying. Head smashing. Ow. Okay, so we're going to go back to the choice now. Boop a doop a doop. And we are going to pick up more papers. You start making neat piles of all her stuff. After watching you for a second like she's making sure you're not screwing it up, she dramatically heaves herself to her feet and joins in the effort. Ugh, I don't have time for this shit. Make sure to keep the B-34s together in my red folder. You look down at your current pile. B. That's the one with the little hook on top, right? Or is that G? Sweat pricks at your temples. You've picked up a little bit of written Alternian here and there, but you're still not anywhere near competent at it. Sifting through the papers, you search for anything familiar. You make out a few words, but there are just a lot of those little guys on these papers, and you've got performance anxiety. Oh, right. You probably still can't read. You look up at her, startled. How can she tell? Well, I mean, you don't look much like a troll. It isn't exactly a gargantuan mental leap to assume that you're not from around here. But I've also heard about you. You straighten up. Any press is good press when it comes to friends discussing you, right? Teals talk. Oh! Unfortunately. Oh. She puts her mug down on the ground and picks up a fallen book, talking as she flips to whatever page she's looking for. That little asshole is going to have even more unfortunate crap to say to me when he finds out I set us all back by dropping half our group project in a ditch. She paces in flustered circles until she finds a bookmark along the debris. Flicking a wet leaf off of it, she shoves it in the open spine of the book and slams it closed. Ugh, whatever. I can't think about that yet. Gotta get all this back in order first. Right, yeah. What? Right, yeah. The ordering of stuff. Right, yeah. You keep at it, doing the best you can to keep similar-looking things together. You can feel her eyes on your back and you turn to face judgment. You've basically got it right, actually. He did say you were quick at the draw. I'm Tyzias, by the way. She doesn't much smile at you as grimace. It looks mostly pleased, as exhausted expressions go. That's a good friendship building material as any other. You've certainly started with worse than being complimented. The breeze plays at the ends of her frizzy hair, ruffling a few pages while it's at it. Now that you aren't frantically trying to prove your helpfulness and have a moment to think, you don't think the sidewalk is the best place to be starting from scratch with a whole filing system. You open your mouth to tell her as much when a huge papa gust blows in Breeze Jr.'s wake, blowing the neat stacks back into chaos. Mother grubbing. She sinks slowly back to the ground, back down in the snow globe of paper, takes a long sip from her mug sitting next to her, and then tilts her head back and unleashes a single deep gut holler. You scuttle around, catching documents out of the air until the gust is gone. It's not that Tyzias doesn't seem capable, it's just she seems a bit burnt out. You know what it's like to feel like you're at the end of your rope. So now that you have half a swing and grab at your handle on things, you feel like it's your turn to do some heavy friendship lifting. So I'm gonna offer to help her organize it all somewhere else, but I'm gonna save first, so we can come back. when it ends, sadly. Offer to help her organize it all somewhere else with less breeze risk. Hey, your night is pretty wide open. You wouldn't mind moving this operation to a less windy location and getting it together for real. Yeah, alright. She still sits there, kind of dazedly. Hold on. Okay, sorry, I had to take off my sweatshirt. She still sits there, kind of dazedly, so you take over. It feels nice to be useful, even if you're not super confident about your skills. You at least know how to make a mean pile. After you make a handful of them, she moves back to join in the effort, so you shoosh her back down. You're helpful help person. You've got it. She makes a non-commentable noise and watches you work. You try not to feel too bad when she winces at a few of your sorting decisions. She doesn't stop you, at least. She scrunches up her face and yawns, which catches you off guard. Man, she is really wiped. You look away from her to the paper you were about to grab, but it's not there. Maybe it blew into another stack? Or you picked it up already and forgot? Yeah, that's probably right. Anyway, she had her eyes closed, so she didn't notice. It'll be fine. Once you have everything kind of together, you help her to her feet. You're pretty sure that was her hive she just walked out of, so you ask if you should go there. No, I was headed to the book hive. I can take you there. She seems to rally a bit now that it's her turn to lead the way. She picks up a hefty stack of her things, balancing her mug on top of it all, and starts walking. Move it or lose it. It being the opportunity to engage in some really tedious micromanagement. There's no choice to be had, really. You move it. And she bounces again. The book hive is an imposing building, and inside are a series of rooms opening off a central atrium. You walk past one set of double doors showing off a full room of weird statues and display cases, and another one bright with the light of dozens of display screens and humming with electricity. Further around the curve of the room, you pass a room full of brains in jars? It really looks like brains in jars. There's another, still, a windowless one, ostentatiously secured with a couple padlocks and what looks like a retina scanner. There are a bunch of trolls in each room, and as you keep passing doors, you realize that they're almost all teal-bloods. Are they, the nerd cast? Wow, that's harsh. I mean, yeah, though. We kinda are. I know plenty of gold bloods who spend their nerd energy ruining the internet from their basements. And blue bloods usually have their own personal jerk-off book hives. And they're always outliers. There are always outliers, I guess. But yeah, between us and the Jades, the book hive is a blue-green dweeb city. Tyzias keeps moving, like this is nothing new to her. You guess it isn't. She pushes a creaky wooden door open to reveal a large study room full of bookshelves and furniture. There are even a few weird-looking ferns decorating the place. In here are a bunch of other trolls, some reading, many on their computers. You dump the stuff you lugged here and onto one of the tables. The sound echoes in here, and a handful of trolls look your way. Yikes! You hope your presence won't be too conspicuous. You're probably fine. Unless anyone gets horny for acting grown and wants a bounty. Oh. And, but you're with me, so it probably won't mess with you. You're a little surprised by that. Tyzias, who is slumped down in a chair, is stolidly reorganizing her piles, doesn't exactly give off a brawler aura. No, like, they know I'll talk them out of it. Or whine at them about leaving me alone until they do. That makes you feel safe, though, so time to do some old-fashioned organization. With this big... What is this big project, anyway? Ugh, it's just some bullshit. Oop. She stops and cuts her eyes around the room, but no one is still paying attention as far as you can see. She starts speaking again, quieter. It's an assignment for one of my legislature training courses. We're supposed to choose a prosecutable offense from the scrolls of evisceration and list all potential. She must be able to sense your eyes glazing over at the idea of another long and non-parishable legal jargon ramble, because she cuts herself off there. It's barely worth describing. Grub school level, honestly, but it's extremely fucking tedious to research and then annotate. Especially when you can't find sources that haven't been scrubbed nice in fuchsia. Haven't been scrubbed nice in fuchsia. Anyway, as long as we have things in the right folders, in the right order, we should be good for now. Sounds good enough to you. Plenty of time to keep chatting and getting to know each other. Though, she said this was a group project, right? Where are her group members? Shouldn't they be contributing? Heh, like I'd let them. Just kidding. I'm very good at allowing people to help me. She grits her teeth and nods at you, masterfully setting aside the papers labeled with the letter that looks like a little microscope. Case in point. Anyway, they did their parts already. I just want to make sure to add the finishing touches. Right then. You hear approaching footsteps, and it better not be some high blood you gotta take. Out. You mean, you'll do it if you have to, it's tried and true, but you're just not sure how well this dynamic duo will flare in that case. You stop scanning the room for potential bludgeoning material, and then realize when you see Tyzias' expression go from regular tired to tired and annoyed. But not in fear of mortal peril. You hear him speak right as you start to turn. Fuck. Oh, man. Well, I forgot what his voice is, too. Oh, man. Fuck. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, Oh, let's try this. Oh, how the mighty fall. Into a mud puddle, it seems. At least my associate seems to be picking up after you fairly efficiently. Fuck off, Sorgor. We'll have it together in time. You sure you don't require any assistance? I'd have to raise my rates from my original offer, but you know it still stands. You did your part already, so spare me both your sales pitch and your company before you give me a second acid tube ulcer. Oh, right. You need to do those final edits of yours. Subtextual anti-establishment agendas don't insert themselves after all. Suit yourself. See you in class. They give each other an identical but inscrutable hand signal. If the huff to perturbation, what the fuck is that word? Oh, if the huff of perturbation from the nearby jade is any indication, it's gotta be something vulgar. Oh. Perish. Oh, that's beautiful. He smirks and raises his eyebrows at you as he turns to go. Come by later. You nod. You open your mouth to be nosy, but Tyzias sees it coming a mile away. What? You never had a class friend? Someone who does good work but is miserable to hang out with? I don't have time to waste on more than one quadrant or on lying to you, so don't blow a brain gasket. So wait, would they be Kissmisses? That'd be cool. Just when you think you have all the troll dynamics down, you gotta make room for that cursed bastard nuisance. Nuance? Nuance? You gotta make room for that cursed bastard nuance. Anyway, you guess it makes sense. You and your troll friends all have all kinds of weird vibes with each other too. Whatever works. Exactly. You go back to happily sorting. Tyzias rolls her shoulders and starts leafing through your piles. Where's my... Have you seen a handwritten page? It should be in here. She starts double checking herself. Her pace doesn't so much escalate as it does intensify. Her whole body becomes almost graceful with efficiency. You got everything, right? I thought I watched where it all went. I could have sworn I saw it land. You can help her redo the lost page. It shouldn't be too hard to recreate it. That doesn't help. She glares at you and starts forcefully whispering, still double checking piles without looking, like she knows them by touch. You don't understand. Those were my personal notes on an extremely sensitive topic I discovered while researching. I was only planning on using it to inform my stance, not to turn it in with the rest. It's not here. Aww. She stops her futile search, downs the rest of whatever is in her mug, and holds her head in her hands. I'm fucked. Might as well lay down right here until the moss grows on my desiccated body. That's dramatic. You don't want to blame her or anything, especially since it's possibly sort of your fault it's lost. But you still want to give her hope. Maybe next time she can use Gorgledox. It won't blow away, and it has collaboration settings. You've used them with... Her head pops up, her features slack. I can't use Gorgledox for this. Are you listening? That is the whole point. You know who owns that, right? Every document is monitored. Analog is the only way to do anything unless you know how to get me into the dark web, which I fucking doubt. If someone found it, if my handwriting is recognized, I'm dead. Then I'll never be able to. She trails off and just sort of slumped in her seat, staring into the void. Shit, you really fucked up. You admit to her that you may have allowed one page to blow away when you weren't paying attention, and that it could possibly have been that one. Great. I can't believe I was stupid enough to let someone else handle things. I was just so tired. Her shoulders begin to shake a bit. Oh no. She doesn't cry, but you almost wish she would. The way she just keeps blinking back her tears and hiding her face with her arm is worse. Oh no! 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 It feels invasive to watch, and thankfully it doesn't last. She sniffs once, clears her throat, and wipes her face with her sleeve. Silently, she stacks all of her things back in a pile. Okay. I need to retrace my steps. Maybe it hasn't been spotted yet. Maybe it'll be okay. But it won't. But oh well. You reach to help, desperate to fix the situation, but she gingerly picks your hand up off of one of her books and drops it onto your lap. Your stomach sinks to join it. No. Don't worry. I've got it. Oof. She wrestles it all into a precarious heap in her arms. It wobbles once she makes her way steadily to the door, but she catches it to herself. Head high, she keeps walking. She doesn't look back. No, sweetheart. I'm in pain. Okay. Alright, we can do one more. If it's there. If it's not, I'll end the video here. I think it's there, though. Okay, so I guess there weren't 4 endings for this one, which is fine by me. Yeah. So that was good. Can't wait for the next one though. Yeah. I like Tyzias. I like how we're kind of getting into the rebels a little bit. I think it's interesting and exciting. So I also can't wait for Hiveswap Act 2 to come out. Alright, so if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to play the game for yourself, which I highly recommend, please go click the link in the description. It'll take you to the Steam page where you can buy the first DLC. And if you don't feel like buying it, feel free to watch all my other videos on Hiveswap if you haven't already. That'll be in a playlist at the end of the video that you can click on and go see. First few videos are not that great, but I think I'm getting better at this recording thing. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you all next time. Bye!